Oh my gosh, guys, it's over. My freshman year of college is officially over. How crazy is that? Don't want it to be, but I'm really happy to be done with finals. Yeah, that was not actually that bad because I only actually had one final, so I really shouldn't complain. But I studied a lot for that one final. The last 36 hours or so consisted of me on the same couch wearing the same clothes, eating nothing but DX food. And DX food is not really real food. It's like snacks. Yeah, and lots of coffee. Lots of it. Yeah, and taking power naps on the couch too. That was good. So I'd never really crammed for an exam like I did for this math exam. And it's not that, like, usually I didn't need to cram because I studied things as I went, so I didn't have to like learn everything at the end. And it's not that I didn't do things, like I didn't learn things as I went because I got good grades on my weekly quizzes. So obviously I was learning this stuff as I went, but really this math course was so fast paced. When I started looking at the stuff from the beginning of the semester, when I started studying, I couldn't believe this was this semester. It felt like I studied that last year, like first semester. So there was just so much stuff. Like, we went through a lot. We started with vector geometry, but then we moved on onto like calculus AB, and then at the end it was like calculus BC. So it was just like a lot of info. There were like 13 chapters, and each chapter has approximately like 10 to 15 types of problems that you have to, and like each one of them you have to go about differently. So pretty much I had to know how to do like almost 200 types of problems, because the way that the final is structured is since it's online, there's like a pool of questions that you've had in your quizzes all throughout the semester, and they'll just pull a random 25. So you can get any one of those almost 200 problems that you learn how to do. So if you just happen to not remember how to do that one particular problem, even if you understand the concept, you're in trouble. So that's why there was a lot of studying required. But it paid off because I managed to get only 2 questions wrong. So I got 23 right out of 25, which, like I said, there's so many types of questions, so I didn't know if I'd be able to do that, like, because I was like, there's going to be more than 2 that are going to pop up, and I'm going to be like, crap, this one I can't do. I can't believe I actually got that grade. I mean, it doesn't sound like that great of a grade. It's only a 93%, but it was tough. At least I thought so. So yeah, also I was really tired, so when like it grades it for you at the end, so you click like submit, and then you see your grade, and I saw the 23, and I was like, oh my gosh, did I actually do it? And I was like, no, I saw that wrong, let's check again. And I was like, 23, that's still a 23? Okay, it's a 23. Oh my gosh, yes. But yeah, that was my math final, my only real final. Then other than that, what have I been up to? I don't know, it's been like 2 weeks since I made a video. I mean, yeah, today's only Monday night, but I didn't make my video last Wednesday. So the last weekend, I went to this really cool party, and the theme was vineyard vines and concubines. I don't know if you guys know what vineyard vines is, but it's pretty much this brand of really preppy country club sort of clothes. So you either dressed really preppy or really slutty. I went for preppy, and I borrowed this like salmon-y sort of colored dress, very country club, and I put my hair up into a really bouncy ponytail and painted my lips really bubblegum pink, wore my boots, my sorority boots, and tied a cardigan like around my neck. And I looked so preppy. It was ridiculous. I wish I had good pictures from that night. But seriously, like, Robert and I were like looking at our outfits, and we were like, we could totally walk into a country club right now, and we'd feel so like, I feel like we would really fit in. And then again, Robert, I think, works at a country club in the summers, so he vouched for us. He was like, no, seriously, we would totally fit in. But yeah, it was a really fun party. Other than that, well, on the party theme, I guess, this weekend that just passed, I went to another really fun party, and for some reason, one of the themes, it was like choose your own theme, and there were like 5 things that you could do. One of them was like, wear a mustache, blah, blah, blah. Another one was like, dress like Wyatt. Wyatt is one of the guys in my pledge class. And I didn't really know how to dress like him, so instead of dressing like him, I made myself, he has a sleeve, so I tried to recreate his sleeve with Sharpies, and it's still sort of there a little bit. I don't know if you can tell. It kind of looks like my veins are popping out. That Sharpie is not coming out. I'll give it another really good scrub tomorrow, but it's intense. I also had his stomach, well, like, rib area tattoo, and yeah, that was also a fun party. Other than that, on, so like last week from Sunday to Tuesday night, like Sunday morning I woke up and I didn't go to bed till Tuesday night, so I was awake for 60 hours. It was pretty intense. That's definitely the longest I've been awake consecutively, and I actually felt extremely great for, not, I don't know, I expected by 60 hours to be really, really exhausted or having a really hard time staying awake, but I wasn't really. Like, around 50 hours, I finished all of my classes, and like I was staying up to do these projects that were due at noon, and I finished all of my projects, and then I had class at 3:30. The class that I had those projects for was done at 1, and then I didn't have class till 3:30, but I was like, oh, I feel like if I fall asleep, I'm not going to wake up. So I also had to volunteer at a cystic fibrosis table. That was fun. So I just stayed up until 3:30, went to class, and at 5 I could have gone to bed, but the last Bible study was at 7:30, like the last Bible study of the year, and I really wanted to go to that. So I actually felt well enough that I was like, I'm just going to stay a few extra hours and go to my Bible study. And it was so worth it. It was fantastic. So yeah, awake for 60 hours. Then the next day, we played Capture the Flag with, like, instead of flags, we had this, because we did it at night, we had a glow-in-the-dark, like, trident. That was my team. And they had this, like, glow-in-the-dark, like, pink butterfly on a stick. And then we had necklaces, like glow-in-the-dark necklaces that corresponded to your team color, so that you could tell who was who. So yeah, it was really, really fun. And then I've done just other general nice college things that I didn't feel like I did enough or hadn't done. Like, I watched the sunset from the pylons, which is like this like part, like it's on top of the chapel, and it kind of overlooks the drill field and most of campus, and it's a really nice view. So I watched the sunset from there. I also like just took naps on the drill field during the day because the weather's been amazing. So I just go out, lay in the grass, and like fall asleep for a couple of hours. It's fantastic. Yeah, that's been my last couple of weeks. I hope that you guys are having good weeks. I can tell that you guys are all having really busy weeks. Tucker, I know like your school schedule is very similar to mine, so it makes sense towards the end of the year, things getting crazy. Actually, wait, no, you haven't made a video in like 2 months, so why am I even justifying you? Shay, I hope that you can not be that busy soon so you can make a video. Kenzie, you had a great point. I am so proud of you for being on top of things, and I'm pretty sure you also didn't make a video last week, but I'm not going to talk about it. I'm glad you made a video this week, and it's true. Like, I feel like sometimes I worried too much about the quality of the video, so I'm like waiting for a time when I can take out my camera and I don't look like this and stuff. But what really matters is, keeping in touch. And if I happen to look poopy while I tell you about my week, that's okay once in a while. So yeah, thanks for reminding me of that, Kens. I freaking adore you so much. I love all of you, really, and you know that. But yeah, bye!